everyone, Features A Crazy back again with some What's on Deck, looking at what's new and upcoming in the world of playing cards. Let's start off with Kickstarter. I'm going to try to get through it as fast as I can because these videos seem to be getting longer and longer. And I'll probably, skip through some of the ones that are already funded or aren't new. And just talk about anything important happening with those ones. But let's look at the ones that are new. First of all, or sort of new at least, we got the Master Series Dark Lords Royale from Handlords, aka DeVoe. And it's already well funded. 9 days to go. It's a 10-day project. It was funded in minutes, as it says. And it's basically just a reprint. Just a recolor, I should say. It's just a purple variant of the previous decks. There are two different tuck cases like usual. There's a limited edition fancy foiled and embossed one. And then there is a more standard player's edition with this kind of standard tuck case, which is probably what I would get because it's more affordable. A few bucks cheaper. And that makes a big difference with the currency, of course. And there you see the cards. Basically, it's just same old, nothing too exciting. Don't know why she has a C in her eyes, but okay. It's a nice tuck case, but I'll go with the cheaper option. Anyways, that's what we've been seeing a lot from when it comes to DeVoe in like the last 2 years. Just same old. Lots of different variations of the cardistry branded decks. A few different versions of this one now. We've seen a recolor of the Blades deck recently. Not very original, that guy, is he? Or creative, for that matter. Moving on, we got the Wilds Kings playing cards by Playing Card Empire. 44% funded, 11 days to go. There's a chance this one funds, but I have some concerns. Creative is from Canada, which is fine, except, well, take into consideration the goal at $1,650. You convert that to US, that's what, $1,200 US. And apparently, he's advertising this as being like USB-C quality. I don't know for a fact if it's USB-C printed. The early bird is $16 Canadian, by the way. So, what's that, $12 or $13 US? Not horrible. Interesting artwork. I'll give him A for effort. And here you see the colored versions. They're a little bit too cartoony and kind of goofy for my liking, I suppose. But they're not bad. They put an effort. Completely custom. They customize the aces as well. Not sure why the ace of clubs though says blackjack. It's not the jack. Insane. When the ace of diamonds, there's tentacles for some reason. It says bicycle grade magic finish. That's my concern because the goal is not big enough. It's not reasonable for a USB-C printed deck. He does not specifically say it's USB-C printed, but he does say bicycle grade. Stock magic finish, and it says airlit and finish here as well. So does that mean it's going to be NPC? And then it says also legendary cursive finish. I'm confused. He's referred to 3 different finishes in the same project. No mention of a printer, but if it is USB-C, that goal is way too low. And I saw it says he's an 18-year-old entrepreneur. I didn't know that. Designing a deck of cards makes you an entrepreneur, but apparently it does. That concerns me, because an 18-year-old, first project, apparently he's advertising it as USB-C quality. He does not have the goal for that, and I'm sure he does not have the money for that. So, buyer beware. Moving on, we got the Bicycle Monkey King playing cards from Riffle Shuffle. It is funded, 22 days to go. And this is one that I'll pick up later on, I'm sure. Apparently it features the legendary Monkey King, which I don't think I've ever heard of before. But it says if you know a bit about Asian culture, you must have heard of the Monkey King. It originates from an ancient legend that has had strong influence on Chinese and Japanese culture. Okay. The early bird is it's kind of enticing. $11 Canadian. I'm gonna have to jump on that. There's your back design. It's fine. It's a modified rider back, basically. I like it. It's the back of the tuck case. And the front. They're not showing us a whole lot of the faces, which is a little bit concerning. Oh, custom pips. Those are really cool. And Asians inspired. I mean, you got like, I guess that's a cherry blossom, and then there's like a leaf and all sorts of stuff. The clouds, tree leaves. I don't know why you have to put tree leaves. I think we can figure it out, the leaves. Clouds, leaves, peaches, and bananas. And, okay, each face has a different color scheme to it and different colored pips, but they all have the same colored index. Why, I'm not sure. Completely custom though. And then the court cards. They all feature the Monkey King. And then there's some other figures in there. Koi fish, apparently. It's pretty interesting. It's completely custom. I'm down for that. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's inventive. It's original. The Joker's looks like a yin and yang thing, I would say. And there's a Kickstarter exclusive gilded edition with only 100 available. Why would you want this gilded? It's a fun, kind of a goofy deck. I don't know why people feel the need to gild every deck they produce. That's just excessive in my opinion. Also, why not show us this wonderful gilding? It's going to be gilded, but they don't show us any images, anything to show us what it's going to look like. Is it going to be blue gilded to match the cards? Is it going to be gold? Silver? I have no idea. Just buy it. It's gilded. You want it, right? Also, the gilded decks are for people who pledge with free decks or more. They'll have private access to add one of the 100 gilded decks later in the campaign. They're going to be numbered, goody gumdrops. But it doesn't say what the gilding is, though. But I like it. Kind of cool, fun deck. Next, we have the ribbon playing cards by Linked Cards and Tal Levi. 20% funded, 26 days to go. Let's have a look. It looks very much like a cardistry deck. Speaking of which, very quickly, that whole cardistry thing from Vanda has fallen apart. It barely got any funding, from what I can tell, from that $100,000 goal they had. I think it was $100,000. And it's been canceled. And they're planning to relaunch. They were doing a survey, which I started to do, and then I realized I don't want to do it anymore because they're asking a lot about cardistry and stuff like that. Vanda has never really been about cardistry or cardistry decks, and all of a sudden, kind of jumping on the bandwagon, and I really don't have too much interest in acting like I'm not a cardist. I don't have any really thoughts or opinions on cardistry decks or anything like that. This one is it's something that's wrapped in a ribbon on the back design. Basically, is it supposed to be a bar of soap? Kind of looks like a bar of soap. Something wrapped in a ribbon is what it is. Oh boy! Don't put the Linked Cards logo on the back design. That would be horrible, in my opinion. Render by Nicholas Mullins. I know that guy. I don't know why you saw that edit. There's also tutorials, cardistry stuff. It says 01 on the side of the tuck case for some reason. And then ribbon by Linked Cards on the other side. A lot of people seem to be involved. It's going to be printed by USB-C. They have not shown us the faces at all, which tells me it's 100% standard generic faces. They have not shown us them at all. No thank you. I'll pass on that one. Then we got another one of these Bad Girl decks by Michelle Hartso, it is funded, $25 to go. Again, very short project campaign. Again, more half-naked, scantily clad women. Thank you. Then we got the Hydrogen Deck by Elemental Playing Cards, 59% funded, 25 days to go. Let's have a look at this one. And, well, it's about the elements. Periodic table. What is this, high school? I really don't care to know more about the periodic table. Premium crust B cardstock, traditionally cut, air custom finish. Custom back, custom tuck and seal, custom cords, custom ace. 2 custom jokers, not 1 but 2. 2-way back design, the Monica stack, 2 gaff cards. Filled by gamblers, printed by USPC. It's the first design in the Element series. Has some stretch goals for tuck case improvements. It's about design, it's interesting. It's the hydrogen molecules. And lots of H's for some reason, just because. It's not a bad design. The faces are basically standard, but they've modified them ever so slightly. Some of them say hydrogen on them, some of them have H's, some of them have both. King of Clubs apparently has no letters on it. It's molecules. Yeah, thank you for pointing out. We did notice that he is missing stuff, the King of Clubs. And not much of a change in the Queen of Diamonds. Just she's been colored black instead of blue. And she's a little bit younger looking, perhaps. I mean, they're not bad. Basically standard, but some modifications. There's a very blatant 2 of Hearts reveal on the Queen of Spades. I do like the courts. The Ace of Spades, pretty nice, simple. The bat design isn't bad. But I'd like to know how many decks are going to be in this series. Quite frankly, because there's a custom seal, by the way. Is that supposed to indicate how many decks are in this series? I don't think so. Printed by USPC, fulfilled by gamblers. But the thing is, I look at the periodic table. There's so many elements, so many potential decks. I'm a little bit nervous about, backing this deck. I like how he's named the tiers. That's kind of cool. I mean, definitely A for effort, I suppose. Then we got a lever cardistry trainer deck by 12 Electronic Business Company. I would be concerned that that's just another project by TCC Playing Cards under another account. This is just, it's ridiculous. It is their first project. The profile is private. I'm just curious. It is funded, 80% funded, 15 days to go. Good chance of funds. Just a random company, random name. It is produced by TCC Presents. So why is it under another account? I already reported Bokubo for this past week, starting new projects under new accounts, and it looks like I might have to report TCC as well, 100%. As I'm getting sick and tired of these two companies, particularly those two companies, launching account after account after account after account. It's getting ridiculous. Moving on. Vintage label, Premier Edition, Black playing cards from Craig Maidment. 44% funded, 54 days still. That's a really long campaign. Why does it need to be so long? I've never understood that. I know he's done other projects. I'm gonna double check those in a minute. Apparently it's wine inspired. Absolutely not. These indexes are pretty much non-existent. They've decided to put on the faces. They've written out typographically what the value of the card is. 8 for this one, 7 for that one. We can count. It's not that difficult. We're not 5. But the indexes are not useful at all. It's an interesting idea, interesting design. Lots of effort went into the faces. But they're not usable for card games or Magic because you hold them in your hands, play cards, and you can't tell what trick you have. So it kind of defeats the purpose of using them for any card game. It is inspired by wine, apparently. And wine labels. That's what it is. Wine label cards is your Ace of Spades. So far we've seen lots of images of the faces. Where are the backs? Where are the court cards? There's a dealer card apparently. And jokers. There's your back design. Finally, after about 3 years, we get to the back design. And it's alright. It's not bad. Again, a gilded edition just for the hell of it. Just because everyone needs to have a gilded edition of the deck apparently. It's getting ridiculous. There's also a private reserve white edition, which is fine. It's a borderless edition. And it also has gilding. People who are doing projects on Kickstarter, for the love of God, you do not need to have a gilded deck just because everyone else is doing a gilded deck. You got to think about, whether or not it makes sense for your project or your deck to have a gilded deck. I mean, it's nice to have, but it's not needed. Also, there's more versions. I'm getting confused here because here we got a standard court card for some reason. Here we're seeing a white deck with no border. Then here we're seeing one with a border. And then here I'm seeing black faces. Okay, it's a Royal Reserve Silver edition apparently. And then there's a gold one with gold faces. Oh my God. Wow, how many different versions are there? Good grief, oh my God. Verde, Vino Verde, Golden Sabernet. That's just getting excessive, and the standard card faces on these other ones. By the way, here's not mentioned who's producing these as of yet that I've seen. There's so much in this project. I guess these are all, potential additional decks. But they're not available right now. $23 Australian for one deck. That's basically the same Canadian, by the way. No, I don't know who the hell is pledging for these, but they're pretty expensive for what they are. And not very usable is what they are. Let's just have a look at good old Craig. Oh yes, he produced these other decks that were all pretty horrible as well in my opinion, and I never got. And that one was actually suspended for some reason. That's kind of curious. Okay. Moving on. Let's just forget about this one. We've got the 7th Sister Playing Card decks by TSP Playing Cards, which top secret press. It's another one of those sexy women decks. 39% fun, 27 days to go on. Sir, It will fund in a matter of time. Then we got Macerata by Emmanuel Volterra. Legends playing cards. I think we looked at this one before already, last week. 62% funded, 31 days to go. Yeah, we kind of looked at the rest. Morse playing cards is 17% funded, 21 days to go. Don't think it's going to happen. Singularity, 20% funded, 21 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Braces, generative playing cards, 55% funded, 20 days to go. Probably not going to happen. Enochian Angels by Novelty playing cards, 2% funded, 30 days to go. Not going to happen. Don't believe. Magicianos V2 by 808 Magic has funded with 9 days to go. Victoria playing cards is also well funded, 18 days to go. The Box Line deck by Steven Summers, 34% funded, 18 days to go. Not likely going to happen. You should probably think inside the box for playing cards, not outside. Tank Masters is funded, 3 days to go. Elemental Master playing cards is funded, 17 days to go. NPC Beta 1 is also 87% funded, 17 days to go. Should fund in just a matter of time. Airborne playing cards is 31% funded, 17 days to go. That one was just way too expensive in my opinion. Le Cercle playing cards by Anthony Stan, 41% funded, 15 days to go. Don't think it's going to happen. 53A Collection of Art, 41% funded, 18 days to go. Don't see it happening. Black Magic by Barclay is funded, 4 days left. Maya playing cards, 10th anniversary, is 32% funded, 13 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. 4 Suits of World War II, 5% funded, 27 days to go. I don't see it happening. That one that I can't pronounce by AJ Labs is funded. If I can't pronounce it, I can't review it, just saying. Contrasted playing cards by Mike Green, 5% funded, 16 days to go. Not going to happen. Philid is funded, 10 days to go. Nude figure playing cards is 15% funded, 10 days to go. Not going to happen. I believe Testament is funded, 8 days to go. See that. Alley-oop by Aiden Walls is 13% funded, 9 days to go. Is not going to happen. Composers by 64 playing cards is funded, 11 days to go. Boiler, 45% funded, 8 days to go. I doubt it's going to happen. I don't see it happening. Beatles Fan has funded, 16 days to go. Luminosity is very well funded with 4 days to go. Parlor playing cards by Gentleman Wake is also very well funded. Over $130,000 US. I believe that is. 71 hours to go. I will point out very quickly they have added a mini deck. Why only one? I'm not sure. Why they chose red? I'm not sure. Is that Canadian currency or I can't even tell. Yeah, that was American. It's over $180,000 Canadian. Versus the black foiled version. There's a limited edition green one with gilding and foil, if I recall correctly. And then there's a mini deck. If you can find that somewhere. Beautiful decks. I do like them. I don't like that it's costing me over $100 Canadian for 5 decks, 4 decks, and a mini deck. And then there's also a gaff pack. There you see the mini deck. It's a cute little mini thing. Why not? I don't like that it's costing me that much money. And here you see the gaff pack. 14 different gaff cards. Go away. I don't need that. But I do hope to see some extra goodies in mine. Just saying. Moving on. 52 by 52 point cards is funded. 54 hours to go. Not very exciting. And Wild West by Randy Butterfield is well funded. 47 hours to go. Make sure to check that one out before it ends. The Ice Crystal cards by Ellusionist is funded, 12 days to go. Geometric Doodles, 20% funded for now still, not going to happen. Crop Circle card by X Zone is somehow 96% funded, 7 days to go. I think it will fund, just a matter of time. Black Magic's 35% funded, 6 days to go. It's not going to happen. And the Bonnie and Clyde deck has somehow funded. Apparently they had a $7 brick special. Affirmate is funded, Cloud9 is funded, etc., etc. Oh, Welcome Back funded. And that is it for Kickstarter. Let me put a pause on this and I'll see what else is going on. Alright, I've been finding more and more and more to talk about, some stuff that I'm kind of excited about. First of all, this on Amazon, which I'm will be ordering. New Bicycle Hustlers decks. And apparently they're now available in red. I'm only seeing the blue here. Oh, there's the red one. I'm not 100% sure if they're both new, if it's just the red one that's new, I can't recall. I would have to check to see if there's any differences that I can tell from the Tough Case to the original ones. But they're pretty cool. They're just rider backs with kind of modernized faces, and there's a different color for each suit. I'm a fan of that. And there you see the red one. Moving on. This was posted on United Cards Triumph playing cards by Gaming Partners International. Some kind of new printing company. They look pretty cool. Very neon-y, bright. Well, there's the one that's neon lights, and then there's this other one that's made in the USA, apparently. Serve, Honor, and Defend. It's a tribute version, I guess. Just an American version. And apparently Ramsey's done a comparison and review of that. I wouldn't mind picking some up and doing my own review. I'm not sure where you can buy them, but I will track that down. Actually, I should probably just check out this. Reddit, where it was posted. There might be a link that I could share with you. Come on. Come on. Hate it when things don't load up. It's not telling me where. It says it's a lesser Bicycle Magic. Fitness. Feeling. Okay, they won't tell me. I'll have to look that up. Which is going to be humongously impossible, considering if I search for Triumph playing cards, I'll get about 300 hits. Next up, this is the one I was mentioning before. Cards Club was canceled. They did get $12,000 US out of a $75,000 US goal. It was nowhere near. It was not going to fund. They already had 92 backers. I don't know how many more backers he was going to get, realistically. But he would need about 500, to fund this. I'm just more or less guessing. And it was just not going to happen. Moving on. Conquers is on pre-order, pre-available, pre-ordered from Third Way. I like it. I'm not so sure I like the price point. There's the Victoria and the Audax, is it? They're not going to be on Kickstarter. They're available for pre-order on his website and through Patreon. Patrons will have priority and better prices. Not really sure I'm a fan of that. Now, creators, not only are they trying to get money from you for producing decks on Kickstarter and stuff like that, but now they also want you to subscribe to them on Patreons and stuff like that. Kings of Wild has a Sorts subscription. Let's check this out. To me, it feels a lot like his other decks, really. I mean, look at that. at the price point. Wow, it takes forever to... But there it is. They're pretty nice. The one obviously is going to be really fancy. I don't see it available on his website yet. Ugh, what is this? Moving on, Paisley playing cards. Ready to come out with... God. Says... I'm frustrated. Come on! I got all day. They've already come out with... Oh my God. With red, blue, and black versions of Paisley playing cards. Now they're teasing this one. Apparently it took half a year of creativity just for a render image. It's gold metallic ink on the back and the faces on a black back, matte tuck with black and gold foil. It took a half a year to come up with that. Okay, it looks nice, but if that's your level of creativity, I don't know. God, I keep going on. There's one I missed on Kickstarter. It's apparently doing pretty well. Triangle playing cards by Michael Scott. I do wonder how much his buddy Kobe Pyle pledged for this, because Kobe Pyle is from the same company, Home Run Games. So I'm a little bit curious about that. They're not very usable in my opinion. They're pretty weird. They're just triangle playing cards. I don't know who would really want those. How they're really usable. How do you riffle shuffle them? There's they're going to be printed by Freedom Playing Card Company in China. So yeah, they've printed a few different decks for them in the past. I can't get into these. They're just weird. Basically, it's just taking decks he's already designed and he's chopped them up into triangles. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Oh, look at that. There's a dealer coin. Looks like a guitar pick. Also, new Rarebits coming soon. Apparently this guy talked to the owner of the Rarebit restaurant. Not sure how he worked himself into that, but he did. Apparently 311 and Rarebit will be releasing a new variant on the Rarebit in September. Production has already begun. It will be a red foil on a black tuck. Don't know what color the cards are going to be. Sounds pretty cool. And then there's this. This is available on eBay right now. The Bicycle Green Ochre playing cards. Looks pretty cool. Fairly standard. Nice bat design. I don't know who's produced it. Can't see what that picture says. Custom Jokers. Not a really cool Joker. $9 US and shipped from Toronto on eBay. So that guy's not getting it because he doesn't like the Ace of Spades, which looks like a leaf. And the Jokers. Okay, your loss, in my opinion. There they are. I don't know who the seller is, but he's got positive feedback, so why not? He's got a whole bunch available. I don't know where he got them, how he got them, how he got so many. And come on. If anyone wants to buy me a new computer, feel free. I wanted to kind of zoom in there. This says they're for this made me say it doesn't say who produced them. But it is what it is. And then there's this from Ellusionist. If it would load up. Marbles playing cards. Let's see if we can see the link. as that one person pointed out, there's literally no photos of the cards. And the $10 each. I did have a look on Instagram myself. After seeing that, this is basically the only image they have. Well, they are still available. You can't find it on their website. You have to get the link, which is right here on the top of the screen. Ellusionist.com/marvelsplayingcards.html. There's your top case. This, it doesn't even have a whole lot of information. It just says it's the winner of the 2018 Ellusionist Deck Grand Prix. The most votes over 3 grueling rounds. Oh yeah, they were grueling, alright. The undisputed heavyweight champion. Go give it up for drop number 10. They've been doing these drops all the time. I'm kind of annoyed by it. Just release the frickin' things to the public. You don't need drops. We don't need... They released 500 of these. We know there's about 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever. 100,000 printed. Just release them. Like, why do we need these stupid, ridiculous things going on? And there you see the backs. They're inspired by marbles. There's a whole bunch of other silly decks. It's a secret menu. Okay. Don't ask us to give you the link. We politely refuse. Hey, you don't need that. We don't need your sneaking link. You can just Google it. All you have to do is Google Ellusionist secret menu. And you'll find it. That's the only thing they have is a little video, which I'm not going to show you. You can check it out on there, on the Instagram. I don't know why they don't have more. Why when they do these drops, and there it is. Why when they do these drops, they don't actually, okay, you can see the bat design there, so that's nice. They don't show us more images. Like, you want us to give you money, but you're not showing us what we're getting for it. That's just a little bit sketchy. Moving on, let's look at playingcarddecks.com. They're always adding all sorts of weird decks. People are, I guess, buying them. Some of them anyways. Like the Highlanders reproduction, they somehow got some. And they've sold out. And what I wanted to show you really is this one. I don't think I showed you. I have gotten it on eBay, I think. Oh no, I got it through here. I think. Or maybe I got it through eBay. I don't recall. I think it was through here. Playingcarddecks.com. Yes, it was, and I had a discount. It's a fleur de lis. Now, for some reason, they spelled lease with a Y instead of an I. $5. Blue and gold bat design, borderless. Generic faces, as you can see by the jokers. And the court cards, which are basically Arco. There is a custom Ace of Spades, though. This is apparently from 2017. And I think it's interesting because previously, and you can see the review on my channel, there was some other fleur de lis playing cards that came out that were available through different card shops and magic shops. These ones right here, which are also available through USB-C. There was a kind of a black version and a purple version. And this one just pops out all of a sudden out of nowhere. Never heard of it before, didn't know it existed. So I'm glad to see it, and I've ordered it, and I'm happy with that. And then, going on to Murphy's Magic, they got the Pinocchios, they're coming soon. Very nice decks, worth checking out. The 1001 Nights from Art Playing Cards, which I wasn't a huge fan of on Kickstarter. I'm still not a huge fan. Ooh, they got the chocolate ones. Kind of interested in that. And these new ones from Gemini Decks. The Temple. Let's look at these ones. If you like chocolate. These are chocolate playing cards. They retail for like $18. Only $2,750. Printed by USB-C. It's a nice tuck case. The back design looks like a chocolate bar. Nice Joker. And standard faces. I like it. And the tempo is not bad. It's cardistry inspired. One of the nicer ones I've seen from Gemini. Modified the faces and recolored quartz. It's not bad. I like it. So that is that. They've also added the Dota series playing cards and Cobras, apparently. All sorts of stuff. So that is it for this week. I do believe nothing new from USPC or nothing different from Defata that we haven't already talked about. And nothing else what I can think of. Nothing really on Art of Play. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. There's a lot going on. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching.